What is up, beautiful people? If you clicked on this video, you want to know what it's like to work in fashion PR. And I recently finished my internship with Giorgio Armani for the last 3 months, finishing in December. So I'm gonna tell you everything you want to know. This video is perfectly fine for you. Just listen and hear me yap. I have some notes as well, so don't mind me looking at the phone. By the way, my name is Marco. You probably don't know me, but have so much fun with the video. Let's dive right in. So first of all, probably the most important question, what is PR and what do PR professionals do? Second question is how to get into PR. How does a typical day at Giorgio Armani looks like? To finish things off, I listed some of the most important skills that are needed. What's next? So first of all, probably the most important question, what is PR and what do PR professionals do, especially in fashion? So fashion PR is about managing the public image and communications of a fashion brand. So I'd say you try to generate compelling stories and narratives for a brand. That means securing media coverage, organizing events like fashion shows, building relationships with influencers, celebrities, and editors as well. So all the fashion magazines. And fashion PR professionals work to ensure that the brand's message aligns with the audience they're trying to reach. And this involves creative storytelling, managing collaborations, and obviously adapting to the nature of trends and like the current trends that you see on social media, and try to stay relevant and appealing in its target market. So I'd say there are 3 types of PR professionals. So either you can work in a brand, in an agency, or there are some freelance, but that's like a tiny percentage, I'd say. So when you work as a brand like I did with Giorgio Armani, the PR agency is kind of in-house. Yeah, that explains itself. And then the agency side is, let's say, KCD, Purple PR. They manage multiple brands and you have more accounts to manage than just one. So you, for example, you look over Armani, Dior, Fendi, whatsoever. Second question is how to get into PR. So let me tell you my story, how I landed the Giorgio Armani internship. So basically last year when I finished my master's degree at the University of Westminster, I studied fashion business management because I studied business administration before and wanted to shift more into fashion because obviously if you follow me for a while, I love fashion. So I tried to get my first job in fashion. So I applied to like, let's say 300 jobs. It was a nightmare, trust me, all these cover letters, getting your CV straight. But then eventually I got invited to an influence event in Germany from Giorgio Armani for the EA7 tennis campaign. Guys, can you see this? Can you, Giorgio Armani, send me a package. Me, Giorgio Armani. Let's see how I perform on the court. Thank you, Armani. Thank you, Obvious Talents. And I was there with other influencers. You know, I'm a very small creator. I don't have a lot of followers, but I still have a lot of good connections, I'd say. Shoutouts to my manager, Nick. So I was invited to the event there and yeah, we played tennis. It was really nice connecting with all the other creators like you usually do at these events. But there was also the head of PR Germany. And I said to myself, why not have a chat with her and reach out and probably ask for a job position in London. And she was kind enough, which I was super surprised because she doesn't know me, met me first time at the event, and said, yeah, why not? I see what I can do. Send me your CV, send me your cover letter, and I'll forward it to the London team. Fast forward, I got a call from I think it was an email from the London team. They reached out. I was so excited because from the other 300 applications, I heard nothing back. I think I had like 3 or 4 other interviews. And yes, we had an interview. Always, guys, prepare yourself for the role. Craft your CV so that it's perfectly aligned to the job. Also tell a story with all your skills relevant to the current job. And yeah, it went super well. I met the 2 girls at the PR that I worked there for 3 months with, and they were super lovely. I was super excited. So I waited for the response, and I was actually on my way to a festival where I was working as a social media manager as well. On the way to the festival in the van, they called me and were like, Marco, we want you. You can start in October. And I was so happy. I told them on the phone already that they made my day. So that's basically how I got my first fashion internship. I think there's so many different ways. I think applying is a great way, but also make sure to use your network and every opportunity possible out there. Reach out, speak to people. don't be afraid to reach out as well. Sometimes reaching out too many times can be too much. I experienced that as well. So keep it to a decent level, but keep all your options open and try hard, and you will succeed and get your first placement in fashion. Okay, but let's get to the real deal. How does a typical day at Giorgio Armani look like? So I left my apartment at like 8:15, and either myself or Isabella, the other intern that started with me, had to get the morning papers to do the daily news coverage.
Marco's late, so that's why I'm getting the papers. I'm gonna go read them.
And then, honestly, first half hour of the day was just scanning the news, see if we're mentioned somewhere, because it's very important to send out to the rest of the team if we're mentioned in a newspaper or in a magazine, and we crafted a little, I'd say, news report on the news coverage. Then second of all, about 9:30 in, we started to prep the sendouts for the day. So the sendouts means all the shipments that had to be done to all the celebrities, all the magazines for shoot, all the influencers. Did we do some gifting? So we received like 1 or 2 mails from our managers to basically send out all the clothes that had to be sent out for the day. And at 12, everything had to be done, because basically the delivery service we worked with picked it up at 12. Obviously, we had the option with another delivery service to do later orders, or when something didn't get there in time, we like booked express shipping, etc., etc. So I'd say 12, everything had to be done. But there were also so many days where we had to do different tasks, or like something is coming up more urgent. So we had to do that as well. Speaking of something urgent, that could be a flower send out we do for a stylist, because he mentioned us in a magazine and we thank him with a little thank letter and buy him flowers or champagne. We obviously had to get the flowers, we had to get the champagne. Also dry cleaning when we receive back dirty clothes from events, from stylists, from celebrities. And trust me, some celebrities do smell really bad. I can't disclose any name, unfortunately, but it was bad, trust me guys. So dry cleaning was also a thing. It's like once a month, I'd say. So obviously clothes come back dirty from the people we send it to, from the shoot or from the celebrities when they're going to a party. There's some stains on it, so we're gonna take it to dry cleaning, and that's what I'm picking up right now. And there's the shop right next to our office, so very easy, very quick. She knows me already. Let's go. Oh, I don't know what happened this time, but I paid $3.50, but there was like a big code in it as well, so yeah, we have a lot of stuff. Just me and my dry cleaning. And then in our London location at Armani, we also had a showroom. What do you have to say? She loves dressing mannequins. Another duty that we have to do, like maybe once monthly, right?
Yeah.
Once monthly.
I've done it for like 2 months.
That's true. Look at mine. Beautiful. Beautiful. Guys, so beautiful. I studied fashion business management to dress this mannequin in an adequate, perfect way. Adequate. How do you say it? Adequate?
Bro, my brain's done. Finished. So
celebrities can come in, try on their clothes. So we had to prep their fitting. That means like going through the stock room and selecting a bunch of options their stylist sent us in advance to fit their kind of mood or the event, and then prepping the showroom, so making sure everything is tidy, that there is water, and then the VIP officer from our team attended the fitting and we just assisted with it. So if they need something during the fitting, we got them, as I said, water, or they need another shirt in a different size, another suit, more shoe options, whatsoever. So we have to be on our phone constantly, check if there's a new message, and then run down so everything, so the stylist or the celebrity doesn't have to wait. We also had fittings that have been not at our office, at other locations. Unfortunately, I've never been to such a fitting, but that was more of a hustle, I'd say, because you have to prep everything and everything has to be perfect, because otherwise you can't just be like, hey, we need this at this location now. So more options, more accuracy, I'd say. So we did that as well. Then sometimes in the afternoon, we worked on media kits or maybe new influencer lists. Let's say Armani is launching a new eyewear campaign and we're looking for influencers. And then you also look at the brand. Is it Giorgio Armani? Is it Emporio Armani? And obviously for Giorgio Armani, you need a different celebrity than for Emporio Armani. So we did influencer lists, who fitted the brand, who didn't. For example, when you're looking for an influencer with an eyewear campaign, you need an influencer who also wears shades. And trust me, sometimes that's not the easiest thing, because some influencers just do not wear eyewear, and then it's kind of hard to find a option, and sometimes there's deadlines. You have to be quick and it has to be end of day. So influencer research was a big part as well. We also crafted like pitch products. So let's say it's winter, we need scarves to be sent out to influencers, but the stylist or the influencers doesn't know how the stars will look like. So me and Isabella went outside, did a little shoot on our phones, styled the pieces with what was in the stock room. That was honestly so much fun, and sometimes I could use the pictures even for myself on my own social media, so that was very, very nice. Oh, and another task before I forget was the trademarking report. We helped with, or we basically did it ourselves mostly, I'd say, for the monthly trademarking report, which basically means all the important events or new window displays, specifically on New Bond Street where our office was, we compiled together in one presentation. So we keep track of everything that's happening. Are there new phases of campaigns, pop-up events, new store launches, etc., or even like a collection launch? We compiled that at the end of the month, and like you kind of have to work during the month consistently on it. And then also special deliveries. So for example, something can't be delivered in time from our delivery service, so we had to go there ourselves. Most of the times we got booked an Uber, which was super nice because you can basically chill for half an hour, go to the location, drop it off. It was at hotels, for shoots. Hotels is obviously for the celebrities, so you drop it off at the concierge. So you always got around, or sometimes you even had to collect something from a shoot that needs to go ASAP to another shoot. So we collected stuff and sent out stuff ourselves. We were kind of the delivery guy for Armani.
Deliver or collect gifts. I think this is a gift for some of our team. It's like a tailor, so I'm going there, collect the bag and bring it back to the team. And there's nothing more beautiful than working in New Bond Street, because the Christmas lights Chanel did this year are insane.
It's so funny, it's always random locations, random lifts, like what the fuck is going on? We're going to Miropuri Bespoke. And there it is, a nice little bag. I'm not gonna show you what's inside or for who it is exactly, but yeah, that's what it looks like. And by the end of the week, on Friday, we had to do a so-called culture roundup, which basically compiled our daily news coverage that we do every morning into like a bigger picture, and like all the news for this week that are relevant or are big, such as VIP appearances again, or store launches, celebrity attendance at shows, and exciting stuff that's happening. And that was basically the day. I think it was a lot already, but then obviously we had to keep track of new samples coming in. So we received samples from Milan, new runway seasons, New York, and had to like unpack the boxes, look at all the items, see if everything is there, and then log it onto GPS. GPS, by the way, is the sample management system most PR firms use. It's very convenient, and it honestly took us like a week or two to get familiar with it because I had no prior experience to GPS, but it's very easy to navigate. And yeah, you log in samples, you do all the sendouts in there, so you have track of everything. But sometimes sample login, when the fresh delivery from Milan came, was a bit of a struggle because like you have to log everything in: pants, earrings, chains, necklaces, and then compile them into a look number, make sure that the adequate picture is there, and so on. And then we also kept the stockroom tidy, so sorted back all the samples to where they belong. There was a VIP section and a press section. So press was obviously for press, like the name says, so, and celebrity, obviously, like the name says, just for celebrities. But you can also borrow some celebrity pieces for press shoots and the other way around. You just have to ask the specific coordinator in the company if that's okay, or if this look is not reserved for another person. But that was basically it. Yeah, honestly, I remember the first day when I walked in, I was so happy. Or my first Milan sample package. oh my God, it was so great to see like the garments that you saw on Vogue runway arriving at the office. It was just everything to me. So one advice I want to give you here is that if you don't like clothes and you don't like the industry and you don't have a passion for fashion, this job is definitely not for you. It's not well paid. Even like manager positions are not the best paid jobs in the world. And yeah, basically I started as an intern at Armani, and even that was not paid, unpaid. I'm not going to complain. I'm so grateful for this experience, but at the same time, we all do have to make a living. And I'm fortunate enough to have my second job at the Bunte New Faces as a host, which I'm still super, super grateful for because I can basically finance my life with that. Although it was really, really stressful because in my lunch break at Armani, I had to create content for Bunte. Obviously, I had to script everything. So sometimes there were days where I had no lunch break because I have a second job. To finish things off, I listed some of the most important skills that are needed in this field or on the job. So I'd say communication. I mean, obviously, you have a lot of people to talk to. Luckily, the Armani team was rather small, so it was very efficient and it was very good relationship with everybody. It was no hostile environment. I was not afraid or something. You could always ask for help or for advice if you needed help on a task, which was really, really nice. The whole team was super, super helpful at all times, but I'd say communication is very, very important. Then creativity. I mean, as an intern, you don't need a lot of creativity because all the tasks are given to you, but I'd say for like influencer pitches or new product launches that we did, we also could be creative. And in terms of how we can launch a certain product or what campaign we could use, I also did like a little report on that, like new ideas for launches and product pitches. Then the next one is relationship building. I think it will become more and more important in future jobs, but I'd say relationship building is the most important thing in life. I got this job through relationship building. And even on the job, we always made sure we keep track for ourselves from all the stylists. We compiled all the emails and stuff from all the magazines and see if we can reach out to them in the future, even after the job. And yeah, because we're not involved a lot or not at all in the email traffic that's daily happened. That was like position after us, like coordinator maybe. So they did all that. They did the reach out and stuff. So I think relationship building is the most important thing in PR. I'm always saying most important thing. Yeah, everything is important. Organization. Guys, let me tell you, I fucked up like one time where I was alone because Isabella was sick, which was okay. It was a little bit more stressful than normal because you can't divide tasks and have to keep track of everything yourself. But I forgot one send out because I got like 2 emails. I read through it like I did every day. I packed all the packages, and then on Saturday, the VIP manager messaged me and was like, Marco, did you pack this send out? And I was like, oh my God, I forgot it. So you always have to keep an eye out on all the stuff that's happening, and it's a lot of stuff happening at the same time. So organization is a key. But trust me, after this one incident, it never happened again. We always made a list. Which brings me to the next point, which is adaptability. I'd say it's very fast-paced environment on a daily basis, and you have to prioritize your tasks, and sometimes you're in the middle of a task and the next task comes on, which is more important than the one you're doing right now, and then you have to leave in the middle, come back to it after. While you're doing that, another 2 tasks are coming. And you're probably wondering if we met any famous celebrities or something like that, but no, we didn't. I did some deliveries for some. I don't want to disclose the names, but you can look up who we dressed in London last year. But yeah, no, we didn't attend fitting with them. Maybe sometimes we got a glimpse when we brought a water and be like, hi, here's the water, but that's it. And yeah, which brings me to my last thing that you asked me on my Instagram is what's next? So I'm currently in London right now in my apartment, and I'm applying for jobs in PR because I liked the job so much. My passion for fashion was growing even more when I was at Armani, and like gave me a vision for the future and where I want to be. So I want to stay in PR, kind of want to make my way up there. It's kind of tough environment right now because there's not a lot of jobs openings, and it's also very competitive, very, very competitive. I think it's because of London. There's so many people, there's so many talented people as well. Eventually we're gonna make it. And yeah, that was it. If you like this YouTube video, I know it's me talking a lot, but if you like this, or if I missed any points, let me know down in the comments. I will answer it in the comment as well. Yeah, I hope you like this video. and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
There goes a sight from my soul.